Oh, we are live. Let's go. All right. Sorry, I was messing with my little dude facing towards the camera. All right. Welcome back to A to Z Sports Talk, everyone. Excited to be here. Excited to record another episode. I think my camera's looking pretty crisp tonight. I got a little bit of daylight shining through. I got my lighting on. I've watched back my video from last. I think it was what's today? Wednesday. So I think it was Monday, and the quality is a little bit grainy. The audio looked fine. It was glitchy in a few spots, but overall, I thought it looked really well. So we're getting there. I need to figure out a few more settings or something to hopefully get it a little less grainy. But in terms of quality and audio, I think we're getting there. Hopefully, all my settings stayed the same and it stays that way for this episode. But we will see. I hope everyone likes my Mickey Mouse t-shirt or sweater. My son wore his. We get matching. These were one of our matching Christmas jammies one year, and he wore his sweater this morning and wanted me to wear mine, so I figured I'd just keep it on for the show. So yeah, welcome back, everyone. Excited to be here. Excited to record another video for you. Today we're going to be focusing on the second half of the NBA season, what I think it's going to look like, who I think is going to pull away, fall back maybe, maybe getting into a little bit of the awards. We'll see what it looks like. So I think let's just dive into the standings, see what the teams are looking like right now, and maybe move on from there and see what we got going on. All right, so I'm just pulling up the standings right now on my phone to see who's where right now, and maybe we'll start with teams that I think are gonna. I'll just go through the standings, kind of say, I think these guys are gonna pull away, fall back, whatever that may be, and then talk about some of those players along the way. So it's kind of crazy because the All-Star break, I feel like after the All-Star break, you get a lot clearer picture of who's going to compete, who's not. I don't know why. I just think some teams don't take it quite as serious until they realize, okay, this is the home stretch. We got to start pushing for these playoffs. And yeah, so here we go. All right, let's start with the Eastern Conference. All right, so right now we got Boston, Cleveland, Milwaukee, New York, Philadelphia, the Pacers, Indiana, Miami, Orlando, Chicago, and Atlanta are your 10 teams in the playoffs. So let's look outside of the playoffs here real quick. We got Brooklyn, Toronto, Charlotte, Washington, Detroit. Do I think any of those teams can make a push to the playoffs and unseat anyone that's already in those top 10 seeds? I'm going to say no. I don't think any of these teams are that good. Brooklyn, maybe. Might jump Atlanta or something. But so maybe those two could flip-flop, but I don't see any of these other guys really falling down too far, especially teams like Miami. They're the 7 seed right now. There's no way they're going to fall out of the play-in. They got an 8.5 game lead over Brooklyn right now. So that's not going to happen. So I'm going to say right now, I don't think. Sorry, I muted myself trying to wipe something off the microphone. So yeah, I'm going to say I don't think any of these teams jump into the playoffs or play in. And in terms of the standings, honestly, I could see Milwaukee getting hot if they figure out Doc Rivers' coaching situation. I could see Milwaukee getting hot and maybe jumping Cleveland. I think Boston's going to finish as the 1 seed for sure. They got a 6-game lead, and I don't see them going through any big ruts or anything. Might lose a few games here and there, but I don't think they'll lose enough to lose that number 1 seed. Cleveland, I'm going to say they'll finish at 3 behind Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee will jump them, but Cleveland's good. I don't know if New York can pass them. Depends on how soon Embiid's healthy, if Philadelphia can climb back up there. So yeah, I honestly think the standings will finish pretty close to where they're at right now. The play-in might move around a little bit. I think Miami will probably jump up, start taking things more seriously, probably past the Pacers. I think Miami will finish with a playoff spot and avoid that play-in. So yeah, Orlando fell off kind of hard. They were like the 1 seed in the East after a few weeks, I thought, this year. So that was kind of crazy when that was going on, but they're down to the 8 seed now. But Paolo's been looking good, so I think they'll stay in the play-in for sure. All right, so let's move on to the West. All right, so right now we got Minnesota, Oklahoma City, LA Clippers, Denver, Phoenix, New Orleans, Dallas, Sacramento, LA Lakers, and Golden State as your 10 playoff slash play-in teams. And then outside of that, you got Utah, Houston, Memphis, Portland, San Antonio. So I'm trying to think. Let's kind of do the same thing. Do I think any of these play or outside of the playoffs team right now will jump inside? I don't. I think the 10 teams right there are going to be the 10 teams to make it. Yeah, I think Golden State will start winning more games. I think LA Lakers are going to start winning more games and securely make it into the play-in. I don't know if they'll jump clear into the playoffs solidified spot, but in terms of the play-in, I think they'll both make it. Those bottom four teams, Houston, Memphis, Portland, San Antonio, just aren't that good in my opinion. Utah's is just barely better than Houston in the rankings, but I think Utah's a little bit better of a team, has a little bit more star power, I guess, but I don't think they're good enough to keep like Golden State out of play-in my opinion. And that championship DNA of Golden State, they're 8-2 in their last 10 games. They're really starting to mesh. I think they'll step it up moving forward, and Curry's gonna will them at least into the play-in, and I think they'll get a playoff spot. I don't think they'll lose. I think if they get into the play-in, Curry will get them into the playoffs. In terms of the standings here, let's see. Minnesota. Oh, this is a lot closer. See, OKC's only 1.5 games back. I keep wanting to say Chargers. LA Chargers. I'm still in football mode. The Clippers are only 2 games back. Denver's 3 games back. Phoenix, New Orleans, 6 games back. I mean, heck, Golden State's only 11 games back of the 1 seed. So, obviously, they're not going to climb up there, but I'm going to go ahead and say Denver will crawl back into the number 1 seed. They're only 3 games back right now. I think Jokic is the arguably best player in the league right now. They just won the championship. So, I think they'll climb back into that 1 seed. I think Minnesota and OKC will stay right there. The Clippers have been hot as well. I think Phoenix, New Orleans will probably finish in that 5-6 area. I could see New Orleans maybe falling into the play-in and one of these other teams taking their spot, specifically like Sacramento if they get hot. I think Golden State and LA will both end up in the play-in. I just don't think they've been consistent enough to really push and make up 5-6 games between these other teams unless one of them really hits a rut. But we'll see. They got LeBron and Steph, 2 of the all-time greats. You never know with those two. Anything is possible for sure. So, yeah, I think the standings will shake out pretty close to what they are. I think there will be a few teams moving back and forth, but we'll see. It'll be fun to watch down the stretch for sure. Minnesota's been a fun team to watch. Anthony Edwards has been great. They still got Karl Anthony Towns, Gobert. They're a fun team to watch. It would be fun to see them make a little bit of noise in the playoffs for sure. Phoenix with Kevin Durant, Booker, Bradley Beal. When those 3 play, that's a scary offense for sure. They got to play defense though. That's their weakness. And yeah, I think so. Yeah, overall, I think the standings will play pretty close to where they are right now. I'm going to say none of these teams outside of the play-in make it into the play-in. And I do think they'll probably finish very close. I think there'll be a little bit of jumbling, like I said, with some of those teams, but for the most part, finish close to what it is. So, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on what's going to happen for the second half of the season team-wise. So, yeah, if you just go look at the standings, I think those will kind of be the playoffs. And that's not super exciting, obviously, but I do want to give my honest opinion, honest thoughts. I don't want to make stuff up and say, oh, the Houston Rockets are going to catch fire and win 10 games in a row and make it into the play-in when I really just don't think that's going to happen. Sure, it would make good content, but I don't want to just throw random crap out there. Yeah, in terms of players and who I think is really going to step up the second half of the season, I think the MVP award, personally, I think it's going to come down to Shea or Luka. I think they want someone new to win it. I don't know. the MVP just gets voter fatigue every year with the NBA. So I mean, maybe if Jokic claws the Nuggets back to the number 1 seed, he could win it again. But the NBA likes giving it to new people, honestly, and that's the truth to it. LeBron would have a lot more MVPs if voter fatigue wasn't a thing. I think Curry would have 1 or 2 more. It's a thing, and it sucks, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'd say Shea or Luka. Giannis and Jokic can they'll be in that conversation for sure. But I'm gonna give it to either Shea or Luka, and I'd probably say Shea if Gilgeous-Alexander. If they can finish top 3 seed in the West, they'll be a better team than the Mavericks, in my opinion. And so they'll probably give it to Shea just because he's the better team. And yeah, so that's I'm going to say Shea. Gilgeous-Alexander wins MVP. And it'll probably be deservingly so if they finish as one of those top teams in the league. Yeah, that'll be fun to see how that plays out for sure. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? That's just kind of my predictions, throwing it out there. Maybe I'll just keep this one short today. I don't know. I just, like I said, I didn't want this show to turn into me having a script and sitting here and hitting all these bullet points. I haven't really got any comments on my videos. I didn't even check. Maybe I'll check with you guys right now, even though I don't have any viewers. See how many views I got on my last YouTube show. The most I've gotten so far is like 48, I think. No new subscribers yet, sadly, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Let's see. My last video only had 1 view, so my rigged Super Bowl video was the most viewed so far. But yeah. So if anyone comes across this video, feel free to leave some comments. Let me know what you want me to talk about next time. I'd be happy to dive into those things. Yeah, I don't have much more to go. Oh, I did want to maybe I do need a script. I want to make some picks for tomorrow in the NBA, and then I'm gonna try and do videos every other day at least. So maybe Friday I'll get on and see how my picks went. Oh, there's a lot to go through. All right, Lakers Warriors, first one on my app at least. I think it has, I don't know how it sorts them, honestly. So Lakers Warriors, I heard something that LeBron might be getting some ankle treatment or something and might not play. I don't know if that's true or not, and if he does play, but heck, even if he does play, I'm going to say Warriors. They've been hot. Curry's been playing great. They've been getting better production out of their supporting cast. I don't know when Chris Paul's back either, and hopefully that doesn't kind of throw a wrench in their flow. But yeah, so I'm going to say Warriors there. Oh, it's at San Francisco too. It's at the Warriors, so there's another advantage for them. Magic Cavs. Let's go Magic. I'm going to go Magic. Paolo had a good All-Star weekend, riding a high. They want to start clawing back into the playoffs. I'm going to go Magic on that one. Pistons Pacers. Let's go Pacers. The Pistons are trash. Simple as that. Knicks 76ers. I'm going to go Knicks. Knicks are a good team, and without Embiid, I think the Knicks pull that one out. Nets Raptors. That's a closer one. I'm going to go Raptors just because they're at home. They're pretty similar teams in my opinion. I think the Nets have a little bit more talent, but I'm gonna go Raptors there. Suns Mavericks. I'm gonna say Suns. I don't know. Luka kind of owns the Suns, and Luka. I feel like Luka gets up, likes to compete against the talent of Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. All right, yeah, I'm gonna go Mavericks. I'm going Mavericks just because Luka owns them. Simple as that. Cogent analysis here. Luka owns the Suns, and so he will beat them. Celtics Bulls. Celtics, they're a lot better team. The only reason I think they'd lose is if they're just not ready after this All-Star break. Rockets Pelicans. Same. Let's go Pelicans. They're just the better team. I wanted to throw Rockets in there just for a good upset, but I'm not. I don't think so. Clippers Thunder. Ooh, that'll be a fun game to watch. Oh, it's not even on TV. Oh, I got NBA League Pass though. That's something I should let you guys know. I got NBA League Pass for free somehow. Someone on Twitter posted something, and I went through it and got it for free, so I can watch all these games. So maybe I'll watch that one. That one will be fun to watch. I'm gonna choose the Thunder. Like I said, I like Shea. I think he's gonna try and make a case for MVP. They're at home in this one, playing against a good team. It'll be a good test for them. So let's go Thunder. Wizards Nuggets, definitely Nuggets. The Wizards suck. Hornets Jazz, let's go Jazz. Kind of the same thing. The Hornets suck. Spurs Kings because the Spurs suck. All right, that's easy. All right, so my picks for these games go as follows. Put some money on these and make a lot of money. We got Warriors, Magic, Pacers, Knicks, Raptors, Mavericks, Celtics, Pelicans, Thunder, Nuggets, Jazz, Kings. So we'll come back on, today's Wednesday, we'll come back on Friday probably, see how our picks went. And let's see what time the games are Friday. Yeah, I won't really have time. I'll pick the Friday games on Friday when I'm recording as well. And yeah, I think that's it. So it'll be fun few days of games. Like I said, I got League Pass, so I can watch any game I want. I think it has replays on it too. So if you guys come in here and want me to talk about a certain game, certain plays, like I said, I do want to start some reaction videos. So if I can figure out how to maybe throw up some clips of some of the games I hadn't seen and react to that could be fun. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if someone comes across this video what you want to see. I do want to up my content. I want to become a content creator full time on YouTube. That's what I want to do for my career. I love making these videos. It kind of sucks to look at my views and see, oh, my last video only had 1 view, but it's fun to just sit here and talk sports, man. Even though I'm just talking to a camera and don't have anyone to really talk back or really like debate or converse over some of these things, it's still fun to sit here and just talk about it and just kind of air my thoughts out there, because I don't get to do that really. Once my sons get older, I'll get that opportunity, and heck, maybe I could do a father-son podcast. That'd be cool. Or YouTube show. It's not a podcast. This is a YouTube show. But yeah, so I think we're gonna call that there. We'll be back on Saturday or Friday to review our picks, talk about some of those games, some of the highlights, some of the players that played well, maybe some players that played bad. So yeah, we'll have more content to talk about then. But until then, this has been A to Z Sports Talk. I appreciate all the support. Please, like I said, if you come across my videos, like, comment, subscribe. Give me some comments what you want to talk about next time. Feel free to try and get on, set notifications for when I go to live, and then you can be there to ask me questions live as well. So I appreciate all the support. Thank you guys so much. We will talk to you next time.